Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Lisa. Today I'm working on day 9 of my 100-day challenge, and I came up with these pocket tucks where you can stick a journal card in there, but there's also a hidden place to put journaling. I figured I'm going to glue the whole thing down onto a sheet of paper, onto a journal page. So we'll glue the whole thing down like that. But if you didn't want to glue it down, just want to glue the 3 sides, you could make it a double tuck where you have a journal card that can go back there, the journal card that can go there, and then the hidden journal spot. So it could be just however you decide you want to attach it to your page. So I have these bigger ones. And by the way, this is my idea book that I'm going to be making from start to finish. That video should be coming up soon. So if you're interested in seeing how I created that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and this will be coming up shortly, probably over the weekend. All right, so the bigger ones will go into a regular journal. Also the smaller ones would too. But I created this skinnier one in hopes that I'll be making a tall skinny journal at some point where these will fit on there better. Kind of goes along with the tall skinny cluster strips that I made in the day 8 video. So that is meant for those. Now I had originally started them 5.5, and then these were 3.5, and I had a 4.5 in there originally. But my thought now is if I create the biggest one at 5 inches and I have the smallest at 3.5, actually out of a 12-inch piece of paper, I can get 1 5 and 2 3.5s, and I can get 3 out of 1 12-inch paper. So the final, even though these are a little bit different size, the final product that I'm going to show you is 5-inch wide and 3.5-inch wide. So I'm going to gather everything together and we will start working on this. Okay, I am back. I decided to show you how to make them using this piece of 12x12 scrapbook paper. It is not two-sided, it is single-sided, but like I have in these, I ended up throwing some coffee dyed paper on the inside. I have also some printed out tea stain paper that I can throw on the inside. But if you have got double-sided paper, something that looks good on a journaling spot, that will work. You could throw anything you want on the back. I also have this one that I did originally. I did half of a journal spot and the other half I decorated. So it's a hidden spot of journaling and a hidden decorated spot. So I thought that was another way that you can go about to do that. So let me get my cutter out here. So like I said, this is a 12-inch piece of paper. So the first cut I'm going to do, and we want to make sure that it goes long ways, so I'm going to cut it this way so that the stripes go up and down on my tuck journal spot. So the first one I'm going to cut is at 5 inches, and that is going to be for the bigger one. Put that aside, and then we have a 7-inch piece. So if we cut that at 3.5, I can find my 3.5. There we go. No, that's 2.5. Oh my goodness, 3.5. We cut that in 3.5. Then we have 2 pieces that are the same size, but we can make 3 of the folds. So, all right, I'm going to put one of the 3.5s to the side, and I'll show you how to do each one of these individually. So, we're going to start with the bigger one. Now the first fold that we're going to put on this is going to be at scoring from 5 inches from the top. Now you can either score from 5 inch or fold down for it. So you can just take it and find your 5 inches and fold that down from the top. Or I'm going to take my scoreboard and figure out that I want that to be the top. So I'm going to score at 5 inches. Just a nice light score. All right. Okay, so we're going to fold that up at the 5-inch mark, and then we're going to fold it down. Now you can either fold it down to meet This is lighter paper, so it's easier to do. If it was a little thicker and you didn't want to just fold it down, you want to score it at 3.5 inches from the bottom. So we got 3. Need to put my glasses on. There it is. 3.5 inches from the bottom. So again, once you have it, you can either score it from 3.5 inches from the bottom, or just take your paper and fold it in half, or down to the edge of the bottom. All right, so we have actually made the item already. They got skinny, and that is where that is going to go. So you can, at this point, if you want to ink it, if you want to use corner rounder, round the top of it, round the pages, round the bottom. I'm going to keep the bottom straight on this one. You can go ahead and do that. So the final thing, or not the final thing, so then what we want to do is we want to make this to be able to journal in. Now if you don't mind the white, then by all means you can keep it blank. I don't particularly like the white, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of paper that's going to fit into there. This is the 5 inches wide by 7 inches. So we're going to take a piece of just plain old tie-dye, or tie-dye, coffee dyed paper that I have here. And I think, oh, I thought it was 7 inches wide. All right, it's just a bit wide. So we're going to cut it down to 7, and then we're going to cut it down to the 5. Might be able to use that on the skinnier one, so I'm going to keep that for now. All right, so that is going to go there to cover up the journal spot. I'm going to pre-fold it so that the crease is there already, make it a little easier on it. So I'm going to get to glue the back of this. All right, that looks fun. So I'm going to glue the back of this. Okay, now line it up the best I can. All right, it's a little off, but I can always go back and trim a little bit along the edges. And I'll do a little inking on there, and you won't even hardly notice it. So let's take and cut any excess that's showing from the front to where I put it a little crooked. No harm, no foul. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. Now we got that up there, all straight, and we'll fold that down to there. A bone folder since I got 2 layers. We'll get my inker out at this point and just ink it so it covers up any of those imperfections from where it might be a little bit off on the side. Okay, not too bad. Alright, so the final step you need to do after you've got the journal spot glued in there is to glue the pocket tuck page up. So I'm just going to throw some glue here. Use a wet glue on this. Just up the sides of the pocket. And there we go. Hold it up so I can press it nice and tight in there. All right, and make sure it's not sticking. Perfect. Now, I like to do the journal cards that I stick in there 1 inch smaller than whatever tuck-em spot I'm putting in. So this is a 5-inch space. So I'm going to use 4-inch cards when I go in there. I just feel like it's going to fit a little better. Easier to pull in and out. Gives a little bit of grace for the glue spots that go in there. So we have that. Whoops. And that. So there we go. Simple. All right. Now, the smaller version, the 3.5 inch, let me get my papers out of the way here. 3.5 is a lot easier. I keep it a little taller on the top than I do this. So it is just a double fold. So I fold the bottom to the top, right in half, and I fold that back down, right in half. Couldn't be any simpler. What's really nice about these two, the fact that the way they get folded, is if you have long scrapbook paper that has top and a bottom, like this I have, where it was words, when you fold them up and fold them down, everything is still facing the correct way. You don't have things that are, upside down for the pocket or for the top. So it's nice to be able to, as long as you think about it when you cut straight up and down, you're always able to have you look the correct way. You're not things upside down. So, all right. So for this, we have the stripes going perfectly that way. I'm gonna round the corners on. Let's do that one. These. And I think I will round the corners on the bottom of this one because it's a little smaller. I can get my hand on there. Okay, and okay. All right, so the inside of this, and I probably should have rounded it after I added the paper, but we can go back and add it, is 6 inches by the 3.5. So, let's see, this might work. Okay, let's get my cutter back out, and we're gonna do the 6 inches. All right, what do I want to cut off? We'll cut that part off. 6 inches. And is it 3.5? Okay, it's just shy of 3.5, but that'll be okay. I can just stress the outside edge with some inking. Okay, it appears cut longer than 6, but I'll trim it with my scissors since I've already got it cut. So, does that measure twice, cut once? Didn't do that. Okay. So we're going to throw some glue on here. And we'll do our best to center that. So I can go back and ink it and snip it. Okay. All right, so looks like I need to trim the back of this part here. Okay. And a little bit there. And I'll just snip these corners instead of putting it through the machine. I don't know if it's going to want to catch because it's so slight, not a full piece. Probably end up just getting caught. So, okay. Okay, so like I said, we'll throw a little ink on here. Just to disguise the fact that I miscut or didn't have a piece big enough to fit that. Okay, that's not so bad. I can definitely be fine with that. Okay, all right, so there is that. We definitely got a little bit showing there I don't want. Okay, so now we're gonna take the wet glue and we're gonna glue this pocket down. So I'm sure these probably exist in the world somewhere. I'm sure they've been done 100 times. I had never seen it. It was just something I had folded something to fit onto a page, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, hidden journal spot. So I kind of backed into it. So I do apologize if I say this is my idea and I'm copying off of somebody, but I had not seen it before, and I thought it was a great idea. So this is the 3.5 wide, so I will take a 2.5 wide tag when I decide to put it in there and use that. And like I said, when I glued that down into a tall journal, we could also glue it fully down so it's on the page, or glue just the 3 spots and have a tuck and a tuck for a journal and a spot to write. So maybe we should go ahead and decorate these two, since they're kind of cute. I like the colors. And I think we should probably throw some flowers on there, since there's a lot of greenery and there's a lot of space. Oh, too bad that's so tall. Something cheerful. Ooh, we can make that fit. We can make that fit. Maybe put that one there with a tag. Small tags worry. Always the last one I grab. Okay, let's do that. And then if I wanted to put something on the inside just to peek a color, let's do that. And let's do that. Okay, well, this is going to be down and dirty, quick and easy. Okay, so I'm gonna just snip the little corners off of this and ink it up a little bit to put on the inside. Since there's a little bit of white showing. There, and I did notice that I did not ink around the inside of this one after I glued the paper on, so I'll do that real quick. I had a bit of white showing through there. Okay. All right, so now to the flower. I think after I glue it on, I'll throw some of the vintage photo distressed ink on there and grunge it up a little bit. Oh man, I ripped that to pieces. Well, I hope I can salvage this. Okay. I think I did. I'm always afraid when I'm doing that with the glue stick is that I'm going to grab it, but I didn't think it'd be on this kind because I'm usually leery of those bigger ones. Or the ones, not the bigger ones, the ones with the tiny little stems or leaves coming down and stuff like that, so. Okay. Well, not my best work, but I think I might be able to clean that up a little bit. So it's not going away off of there. Okay. All right. It's okay, but I'll have to figure out if I can do something with. Probably is silly to put a tiny little tag on there, wouldn't it be? Probably would be silly. Yeah, because why would you put a tag on there? Okay, we're just gonna live with it. Maybe this will be the one that I put into my sample journal as my idea book. Okay. Alrighty, let's not do that again, shall we? Okay. I think sometimes I try to do this a little faster than I should, since I'm trying to fit it all in a video. And probably that's what made it tear. Okay. Yeah, I like that one. Alright, well, antique that photo a little bit. It's not as white. And we'll snip this one, throw some antiquing on it. Okay. Throw a little birdie on that. I got a little birdie I can stick on there. Oh, I like. Okay, we're gonna go with him with the green and yellow. Okay. I'll make sure I don't rip the stick off on this one. There I go, ripping the stick off. All right, knock the white down a little bit with my ink. We're gonna round the corners of this tag. Oops. Okay. I'll decorate that tag later when I decide what I want to do with my imperfect flower, but for now, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so once again, 12 by 12 paper. We have 5 inch, 3.5 inch, and I have one more that I can make another 3.5 inch with. So it's all good. I like them. So I made quite a few other ones that I have that I get to finish gluing up. I got some wider ones here and all the other ones that I did for the example. So yeah, lots of choices, lots of different ways to go about it. Like I said, doing a little hidden journal spot with a little decoration, or just doing a plain journaling spot. Journal spot with a little tag, which I think is probably my favorite, just to add a little bit of fun to that. Be able to put the tag in the tuck spot, or like I said, with my idea book, which again, the video will be coming up shortly, sticking it down 3 sides and being able to throw a tag in the back, journal card in the back, or just gluing the whole thing down and being able to put some other decoration up there, or just centering it, putting it on the bottom, putting something down there. So, all right, lots of fun choices for that. Keep an eye out for the upcoming video of my idea book in the probably over the weekend, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you get notified when that pops up if you want to see how I made that and the mistakes that went along with that journey. But I'm really proud of it, I should say. It turned out really well, but mistakes were made, kind of like this. So, all right, well, that's going to be it for day 9 of my 100-day challenge. So once again, I hope that you learned something from it, or learn what not to do. I never claimed to be a professional at this. I am new along this journey, and loving being able to create new things and hopefully share some of my my fun crafting with you. So again, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful and creative day.